Welcome to Soccer Highway 304. If you guys are new, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, and turn on your notification bell. Like I said, if you are new to this channel, make sure you support by liking the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notification bell. We're going to be discussing the press conference at Twitter earlier in the day. I'm going to have a preview for the match Bournemouth against Arsenal at the Vitality Stadium. That should be a very, very good one to watch out for. It should be a very interesting match. So, guys, like I said, before we get into the nitty gritty, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notification bell. So, let's go to Bournemouth against Arsenal preview. This should be a very interesting match at the Vitality Stadium. We know that Bournemouth are no slouches. So Arsenal cannot afford to go there thinking 3 points in the bag. I know we're in a rich vein of form. 2 matches, maximum points. We've scored 6 goals, considered two. It's looking good. But guess what? Every match has its own challenges. So we can't afford to be arrogant. Yes, we cannot afford to be arrogant. So let's check and see the last two or the history of the last matches we play against Bournemouth and see the form. I think it's very important we go. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Uh no, no. This is the presser. No, this is not what I'm trying to show you guys. I'm trying to show you guys something different. Something different. Something different. Something different. Something. Give me a minute, guys. Yes. Yes. So let's look at the last matches we played against Bournemouth so we can know what to expect. So let's start from 2018. At Vitality Stadium, we won 2 goals to 1. Then let's go to the other ones. 2019, there was a 1-1 draw there. Then 2020, the last time they were in the Premiership, it was a 2-1 victory. So from the last matches we played, it's looking good. But Bournemouth has just come. They just got back from the Championship into the Premiership, so they'll be fighting for their lives. Let's not forget they've played 2 matches, they've lost one, won one. So we cannot take them for granted. We cannot afford to take them for granted. I know Arsenal is playing well. We're excited. Jesus is playing well. We have the Saka's looking good. Martinelli is looking good. The midfield is looking good. But guess what? You can't say afford to take them for granted. Hence, we will be hot. So let's look at the injury before we continue to look at other aspects of the game. Arsenal seems to have a clean bit of health. Aside from Riz Nelson, who is out, we don't have any significant injury in the camp, which is fantastic. We know it at midweek, the likes of Fabio Vieira, who is yet to play an official game for Arsenal, the like Cedric and Smith Rowe, who is recovering, rehabilitating from his injury, had 45 minutes with the under 21s, and they did well. So that's fantastic. So let's look at Baltimore. They seem to have a bit of injury. Solanke is to be subjected to a late fitness test. We don't know whether it's going to be pass fit or not. Ryan Fredericks is out. Joe Rodwell is out. David Brooks is out. And sorry, Jordan Zimora will be subjected to a late fitness test. So we don't know how that one's going to pan out. But regardless, Arsenal is a superior team. So we should get the 3 points. Unfortunately, football or soccer, depends on what part of the world you are watching this from, does not adhere to those kind of realities. You have to go in and give your best and win matches. Hence, you will be thumped out. Like I said, I'm an Arsenal fan. My bias is towards Arsenal. We're looking good. I'm loving the likes of Saliba play fantastic at the defense. I'm loving the fact that Ben White, who is not a natural right back, is doing fantastic. Tomiyasu can afford to stay in the background. For me, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Yeah, Ben White is not a natural right back. He's a center half, but he's playing well there. So keep it. Soliba is colossal. I'm loving that young man. I had my reservations regarding Saliba coming to play in the English Premiership because the French league is much more different from the English league. We know that in terms of intensity, pace, in terms of the shithousery of the English players, or what's permitted in the English league. But this guy has just fitted into the English Premiership like what, like fish to water. Nothing phases him. He's so calm. He's so the maturity he shows is beyond his years. I love Ben White, but it's looking like Saliba is my preference right now. Shout out to Ben White. I'm not saying Ben White solely has become a terrible defender. See, as fans, we need to stop this bad habit of pitching our players against each other. I understand we've been traumatized for a long time when we didn't have quality in reserves or quality as competition or quality. I don't like to call them backup. I like to call them competition. So let's not pit our defenders against each other because there are enough games to go around with these defenders. So let's enjoy. Let's relish the fact that we have quality to come in if somebody breaks down through injury or there's illness in the camp. We have quality to replace or to substitute them. Let's stop this pitching our players against each other. So, like I said, I'm loving Saliba in central defense. I'm loving Gabriel. Gabriel sometimes be having some iffy moments sometimes, but guess what? He's still a top class defender. Karen Tierney, I'm sorry he can't come back right now because right now, what's his name? Zinchenko is doing fantastic. He's doing well, so let's keep him there. Until, if, like I said, if he's not broken, don't fix it. Ramsdale, I'm hearing some people having some issue that sometimes he loses concentration, which I don't agree with, or he makes mistake. Come on, guys. We know football is not perfect. Like, he plays out from the back. He cannot have a perfect game. Here and there, he will make some dodgy mistakes, provided he doesn't make more mistakes than saves. Like, okay, let me rephrase. There is no keeper in the world, a top class keeper that will not have a mistake in them. It's part of the game. But provided those mistakes are not frequent, you can let them pass. You don't have to over scrutinize everything. Come on, let's stop it. Like some of us are actually looking for mistakes when there are no mistakes. Yeah, Ramsdale, in my opinion, is easily one of the top five goalkeepers in the English Premiership. Trust me. Like he plays that from the back. His distribution is fantastic. He's a good shot stopper. Is what you want in a top class keeper. Aside from Edison and Allison, how many keepers in the English Premiership are you going to say are better than Ramsdale? Let's be real. So, guys, let's calm down with this witch hunting of looking for mistake when they are not there. Like I said, every keeper from Allison to Edison, they all make this mistake. So, and their fans don't over crucify them. So, calm down. So staying on topic, like I said, we know it's going to be it's going to be a tricky match. Like I said, if Arsenal starts very fast, we can kill off the fans' pressure or the home crowd by scoring quickly if possible, and then we can actually take control of the match and ease into the match and play them off the park and score a few goals. I'm expecting a few goals if we start well. The key thing that we have to start the match very well. We have to start very fast. If we start very sluggish and we allow Bournemouth to take the lead and the stadium, the Vitality Stadium is bouncing, the home crowd is bouncing, it is going to be difficult. I'm not saying it's impossible because, in my opinion, we have more quality players and better players, but it is going to be difficult. So we cannot afford to start slow. Go in as fast as possible and score a few goals. Now, football can be very funny. In case we actually concede early, let's calm our nerves and ease our way into the match. And I believe in my opinion, we have the squad and the quality in our team to actually go to Bournemouth and score a few goals and win emphatically. We have better players. We have to match Bournemouth strike for strike, tenacity for tenacity, power for power. We need to compete and win individual draws and collective draws. It's very important. Set pieces is very important in this match. We know they're going to play five at the back. We know they're going to defend in deep and they're going to deploy some low blocks. Arsenal and Arteta's team have to be ready to navigate these hurdles. I don't want to hear surprises. No, they're going to be trying to win enough corners and free kicks. They won't try to score from the set pieces. We have to defend well. If you're going to do the one-on-one marking for set pieces or the zonal marking, we have to be very effective with those things. Hence, we must not draw that match or lose that match. I understand things can happen, but we need to win at Bournemouth. Emphatically, in my opinion, we have to play well and win well. No excuses. I'm expecting let me give you my predicted lineup. I'm expecting the same lineup from last week. Like I said, if it's not broken, why fix it? It's not broken. So Jesus, I'm expecting him, if possible, to score a hat trick. If possible, I'm not saying he's going to score a hat trick. For you guys going to quote me. If possible, score a hat trick. I'm expecting Saka to score this season. I'm expecting, if possible, to open his account. Martinelli has been looking good. What guys think? Martinelli is looking like he's going to be staying in the show this season. It's looking good. Like, and I was hearing feelers. I was hearing some. I was watching some other channels the other time saying that maybe Saka has dropped his form. He's not playing well. No, Saka is still playing well. It's just that we are used to Saka carrying the team. Now we have Martinelli playing out of his skin. We have Jesus, so that makes it looks like Saka isn't the star boy anymore. He's still the star boy. We have other players putting in the requires shift. That's why it's looking like Saka in the start board. Come on, guys, watch football and use this. Saka is still playing well. He hasn't dropped. His levels has not dropped. It's just that other members of the team have picked up their levels. That's why it's looking like Saka's levels have dropped. It hasn't dropped. Like I said, I'm expecting the same team that played against Leicester that won 4-2 to actually be the ones to start this match. Maybe in the second half, when we have a few goals, likes of Eddie can come in for Jesus, Fabio Vieira, if possible. If you have a healthy league like a 3-goal margin or 2-goal margin, you can bring in Fabio Vieira to have a run out and let us see what we're expecting from him. So maybe you can have a run out. Maybe Sambi can come in for Xhaka. Xhaka is looking good this season. I know some of you have agendas, you don't like him. That's your business. But I think Xhaka is looking good this season. He's a de facto captain. Even though he's not the official captain, we know when they're on that pitch, he's the one leading the team talk. He's the one governing the boys. And shout out to Xhaka. Regardless of whether you like him or not, support Arsenal. He's doing well and give him his flowers. So, like I said, my predictions. I guess can draw a prediction in the comment section. My predictions for this match. It's looking like the Arsenal can go there and do a madness. I'll be predicting 4-0. I think Arsenal can go there and do a madness. And I think Jesus actually can go there and score a brace. This guy is looking like the real deal. For some reasons, he couldn't play the way he's playing now at Arsenal for Man City. Man City looks as if they're a bit too rigid, a bit too robotic. He wasn't showing this samba silky dribbling skills at Man City. Even though I saw a glimpse of this at Man City. If you guys remember the match against Man City last season that he got Gabriel, the defender, sent off. Look at what the turn that got Gabriel a second look at was from Jesus. Jesus is a silky, slippery, slimy striker that is dangerous. I always liked him, and I'm excited. I'm relishing the fact that we have him, and I'm very happy to have him. That guy will score more goals, in my opinion, than Haaland. I'm saying it here. I'm putting it out here. I think Gabriel Jesus will score more goals than Haaland, in my opinion. I'm putting it out there because in terms of pace, in terms of power, creativity, dribbling ability, this guy is good. Trust me, this guy is fantastic. So, like, guys, do not forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and turn on the notification bell. Let's go to Arteta's presser. Arteta had a press conference regarding the game this morning. Let's look at some key points and let's expand on them. Some key points from Arteta's presser that he had this morning. Give me a minute. So let's look at this real quick on the latest team news. Like I said earlier, everybody's okay. As you saw, we have Cedric and Fabio, Emily and Emil play with the under 21s and they look fit. They train with us all week, so they're available for selection. Like I said, that's fantastic. We have a healthy bill of squad. Everybody looks fit. That is very, very good. That is very, very fantastic. Uh, that is good. Let's go to other key news. On Gabriel, start with us. Probably the biggest difference since I worked with him before is maturity. Previously, a few years have gone by. That's not so relevant to what we're discussing. So let's go to what will be relevant. Let's start this part on if our good start has changed our transfer plans. No, we are still in the same position. Obviously, the market gives you a lot of information and something that maybe you expect that you can get, you are not getting. And same when it is in or out. But we are focused on players that we have right now and getting the best out of them. Typically means that they are staying in, is not promising anything and is not denying anything. You know, with all these managers, how they can be very slick and very coy with information. In my personal opinion, I think Arsenal will still bring in one or two, at least one player in, at least since where there's a news of Pepe going, I think Arsenal will still bring in at least one player or two. I think the midfield will need a body because we do not have a prototype. Even though we know what's his name, oh, then he can do a job. But I would prefer we get somebody that can do a party's job if he's injured or is out of the team. That is very key. We saw the drop off in quality last season when Partey was not in the team. So we cannot afford that. Let's say Partey is going to be out for the extended period. See, and then he can do a job for 1 or 2 games. But for we talk about 10 games, he can't. Or 5 games, I do not trust El Neni. Even though I think he's a decent player that can come and do a job. But for extended period of time, no, I do not trust El Neni. So let's go to other relevant part of the presser that we should be talking about. I remember I mentioned this the last time, so let's do it. On Ramsdale facing criticisms, because I do not know why some of you cannot just understand that no matter how fantastic a team is, they're going to make mistakes. 1 or 2 mistakes. Don't kill them for that. You don't have to go ballistic over that. So I think Aaron has been really good at the start of the season. What you have seen in the documentary season in a specific moment, you can put the camera on when someone makes a mistake. You see they are hurting, and it takes a few days to swallow. And you can see how much the family suffers. I think it's good to see the insight that the players really care. Like these players do not make mistake and go into their own private life and they're smiling about it. It hurts them too. The way the fans be hurting, some, I'm not saying all the time, some of players hurt about this. Their ego is at stake. Their professional pride is at stake. Their personal pride is at stake. You can't tell me Ramsey enjoying conceding goals. He wants to be among the best. He wants to be the number one for the England national team. He wants to be the number one at Arsenal. So let's calm down. There's no goalkeeper or outfit player that will not make mistake. Just make sure that you do not have a high frequency or volume of making mistakes. That's when there's a problem. Like, let's stop it. But if football was then perfect, goals do not be conceded. Goals not be conceded. Football is about making sure you reduce the possibility of the opponent scoring you goals. That is it. And while you reduce that, you try and create and score goals. So come on, guys, come on. Don't be too critical. Even though you're going to be critical, let's apply logic and rationality to these things. Come on, context is very, very important. Let's not be silly. Let's not be silly. Ejebure, let me go back. Oh, this is interesting. So give me a minute. I moved away from that tab. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, no, 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 no. I'm sharing the wrong one. Sorry, guys. I'm sharing the wrong one. Let me try and share the right one. Let me try and share. I'm just doing this is my first live, so bear with me. Bear with me. Guys, bear with me. Uh, so on managing a deep squad, I think the first 3 or 4 weeks of the competitions are tricky because we are only playing once a week as there is no Europe or Cups, and we have the and we will have to we have the manage the frustration of players who are in the squad. But as it's a long season, everybody will get the opportunity, which I subscribe to. Like sometimes it seems like some players are being relegated to squad fillers, which I don't subscribe, which is not true. So we are in Europa League, we're in the FA Cup and the Carling Cup. Most of these players will get their time. They will all get their time. Likes of Fabio Vieira, Smith Rowe, uh, even Turner, the goalkeeper. They'll get their turn. Surely they'll get their turn. Let's look at this other part on the potential partnership with Vieira and Smith Rowe. We want players to make each other better. In order to do that, first of all, there has to be a chemistry between players, and understanding and timing, and different quality that they need in order to get what we want done. We are building that relationship. Fabio has been training with us for a week, so he needs to develop that and see where it clicks and where he can make a big impact for the team. Facts. Like I said, Fabio came in, he was injured, he couldn't play, even though he traveled with the team for the preseason, but he couldn't play. He couldn't play. But he came back from the injury. He's now training with the first team. He had his first he played with Emil Smithrow and Cedric with the under 21, tried to build his bond and chemistry. This is going to take time. These things are going to take time. Let's be calm, even though I think he needs to bulk up a little bit. Fabio looks a bit skinny. We know the English Premiership is not for the weak-minded or physically inferior. You need your physicality with your skill. Yes, are there players that have done it without bulking up? Fantastic. Yeah, I can give you an example of Silva, the previous Silva, then Bernardo Silva. Yes, but the exception don't make the rule most of the time. Fabio might fit into exceptional players, which is fantastic. But physically, he's looking very inferior. Hopefully, he can bulk up a little bit so that he can prevent a bit of niggling injuries and being pushed aside or bullied in the English Premiership. Like I said, I think in England, you need a bit of physicality and your skill set to actually prosper, in my opinion. Like I said, it's just my opinion, humble opinion. You might not believe that, but that's what I think. So, so those were the key things that were in the press conference that Teta spoke about. So, like I said, it's looking good. Guys, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Like I said, let's go back to the match tomorrow. Bournemouth against Arsenal. I expect us to actually do a do a madness. Go to Bournemouth, take them apart, beat them convincingly. Let us send a message to the rest of the league that we are not slouches. We are here to qualify for the Champions League. If possible, passively compete. Like I said, passively. Don't quote me on this. Passively, if possible, if there's an opportunity, sneak in, and if for paraventure, Liverpool or Man City are not on it, we can actually win. I'm not saying we're going to win the league. Don't quote me on that. I'm saying, why don't you get prepared so that if there is a drop in form from those two teams, Arsenal is there to take the opportunity. So, like I said, guys, watch out for tomorrow. I'm going to be doing match reaction. Like I said, watch out. I'll be doing a live match reaction after the match against Baltimore. Hopefully, I'll be celebrating a victory. Hopefully, we'll be here to be happy and relish the victory and talk about how we played well. I don't want to come here and rant about how we drew the match or lost the match. God forbid. I can't just I can't think about us losing that match. That would be very disappointing. But this is football, anything is possible. But all the odds are pointing to a victory for Arsenal. And I expect us to go there, dominate them emphatically, and claim the 3 points. Claim the 3 point at the Vitality Stadium. We know it's a small stadium. I think capacity is 11,000 and a bit more. But regardless of their fans, we can go there with our quality, shine through, and have an emphatic victory. Like I say, I think I predicted earlier 4-0, and I'm standing by that. I want a clean sheet. I want us to have the habit of going to all the away matches and winning and having clean sheets and develop a defensive backbone that can help us when we go to the bigger boys and we can actually go there and do well. Guys, this will be the end of this preview show and this Ateta Presser. Do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, help me grow my channel, and turn notification bell. So when I do these lives or draw videos, you guys can be alerted. Like I said, do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. It's very, very important. Please help me grow my channel. And I'll see you guys on the next one.